Good afternoon, everyone. I seem to be having a toughest job of the post-lunch session being last speaker. Well, I'm used to doing tough jobs. I trained in the National Defence Academy for 3 years and I'm not a soldier. I landed up in a tea plantation. And in the tea plantation, I used to work with Tata Tea, and there also, because of my luck, I was chosen as a coordinator for TPM, the first steps of business excellence. Like my co-panelist mentioned about TBEM. So before Tata Business Excellence Model, Tata's adopted something which was called the JRD QV, JRD Quality Venture. So I was the most useless guy doing nothing, was nominated to look after that. Now, I would presume most of you know about TPM. As far as I am concerned, the first time I was put through a training program of TPM, you were shown about 5S. So, no one had told me what TPM stood for, and when I saw what I did see, I found it total paint management. Because everything was painted yellow, green, red. It was nothing but paint. Thankfully, after that, we graduated to some other serious TPM stuff, like my co-panelist again mentioned about Gemba and going to the shop floor and doing JX. So you get time. When you stop work and start doing things for which you are not paid, that is what you do in JX. You don't do production. So then I realized it is time pass management. You just need to hold a brush, keep moving up and down, and it is time pass management. Now this is a time when I was working with a tea plantation. Now tea plantation is a very traditional business. The way it is run was decided hundreds of years back, or not hundreds, 100 years back. Now if I put a simple question to you, that if I ask you that if I divide this table into squares of 1 inch each, and you have to touch each square, is it possible for you to ensure that every square will get touched? Can I have an answer? Is it possible? Yes. Okay, the tables which are in front of you, if you do that, still yes? Okay, this stage, still yes? This room, still yes? Ensuring no inch is left untouched. This entire hotel, a plot which is 100 meters by 100 meters. Is it possible? A plot which is 100 meters by 100 meters, and you have to ensure that every square inch is touched. Is it possible? Yes? Okay. 100 times of that. Now, still yes? Anyone still optimistic? Okay, multiply it by 3. Okay, still yes? Okay. Now you have to keep record of which square inch was touched on which day, and after every 7 days that same square inch has to be touched with an error of 1 day plus minus. Still someone optimistic? Interestingly, this is what is done in every tea plantation for the entire plucking season. Tea bushes are plucked manually. A worker goes and touches every square inch of the tea garden. And every 7th day he comes back to pluck the same bush with a gap of 1 day plus or minus. This is done through a method called a plucking chart, which is maintained. It is there in the tea industry and it has been there for 100 years. But when you talk to a tea planter, he says excellence and process is useless. Now look at the other part. While this was happening all this while in every tea garden, the problem, tea is ultimately agriculture. So you have a lot of pests and diseases in the tea bushes. So how do you prevent that? You blanket spray the entire garden with insecticides or pesticides to prevent any infestation of pests. a leaf when you are plucking, just bring it and show it to the supervisor. So every time pest infestation starts from a small area. So maximum within 7 days, we knew if any pest was being nurtured in any corner of the garden. And in that area, targeted spraying was done. So what did we achieve? A humongous cost saving on agrochemicals. We were pouring hundreds of liters of agrochemicals into the environment, which stopped. And the workers felt empowered. They felt, मेरा काम सिर्फ पत्ती तोड़ के वजन कर देना नहीं है, मेरा काम भी कुछ value addition है. Of course, they were being rewarded for it as well. That was my experience with the tea plantation. Fortunately, I did well with business excellence. I became a TBM assessor. I had an opportunity of assessing Tata Steel and Indian Hotels. And I learned a lot being a business assessor. Then when I came into my current company, Imami, where we also have the Jandu brand and the ethical range of medicines which are manufactured, they are made in GMP compliant plants. Now WHO GMP is a global requirement. It is very stringent pharma requirements. Now I took up the challenge of implementing TPM in the GMP factories, which were traditionally Jandu factories. First reaction to me was, ये सब pharma में नहीं चलता है. ये time pass paint management यहाँ नहीं चलेगा. This was the first reaction. After 3 years, 2 of the factories have the IMEA Gold Award. One of the factory managers, who was the most vociferous in saying, don't play around with my GMP, you don't realize these are legal complications, ये सब नहीं चलेगा. He has developed a matrix where he has mapped TPM activities with GMP requirements with 100% alignment. To conclude what I was saying, business excellence or manufacturing excellence is a top-down and bottom-up approach. The intent has to come from top, it has to percolate to down, and the action has to go from the bottom. So the lowest level in the organization needs to get involved, act, and that needs to travel up. The intent has to come right from the very top, that nothing but this will be accepted. And that is how excellence will need to be driven. And it needs to become a value of the organization. Now what is a value? Value is something which defines belief. A few days back, I got a SMS from someone that NASA has discovered that the distance to the moon is X. In a shlok in Hanuman Chalisa it is mentioned this. So that proves that Hanumanji went to the moon. Now I find it ridiculous. If the scientist at NASA a year later realizes he made a calculation error, will I stop believing in Hanumanji? Or do I need NASA to tell me that I should pray to Hanumanji? Did I start praying to Hanumanji because NASA would prove him right? It is my belief. It does not matter what anyone else might say, what anyone might prove. That is my belief, and a matter of belief cannot be explained by logic or reason.
Yankur, I think we can take up some questions.